wow. So that's your dashboard?
Sure is.
Wow.
That's a really good screen. Similar to a normal car, it's just stock.
Oh, okay.
So just down for drive and we're on.
So is that little car right there on the dashboard come with the car?
No, that is that's the next one I'm trying to get. That's their full-size pickup truck.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on the news.
Yeah, it's called the Cybertruck. It starts delivering next year. It'll be about the size of this Ram in front of us.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I really want. I like sports cars and I like trucks.
Right. Well, these things got pretty good power, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. First time in, huh? We gotta show you. And
oh wow. Yeah, let's set you back in the seat like that.
Yeah. They're a blast. This is actually the slowest one, so this you're feeling like the bottom of the barrel.
Wow.
It's the base Model 3.
I like it. It's pretty cool.
My real world range is around 200 to 210 in this car.
Yeah.
But if I'm on the highway, I'm using more energy, so you know, I'll get less time.
So you stop at those stations every so often.
Yeah, the supercharger will fill me up in about 25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. I've noticed they're popping up a lot more everywhere.
Yeah, there's one version 3 supercharger in Cottonwood just south of Reading. They're a little bit less frequent up here. If I tap this button, it brings up all these red ones are the Tesla superchargers.
Oh yeah.
And the closest one's in Cottonwood, then Red Bluff, and then going up to Mount Shasta for the next one. We're actually in the autopilot right now, as we're a little wavy there.
Really?
It's not used to driving in this area, so it's a little unsure, kind of like we would be.
Skeptical, huh?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's a little weird.
Autopilot.
So I'm actually a full self-driving beta tester. My car has Tesla's full autonomous suite, city and highway.
Even makes your left and right turns as well?
Sure does.
What does it do? Follow the lines?
So it's using 8 cameras, 7 primarily, because it's got 3 up front, 1 under each mirror that I can bring up along with the rear view. And then it's got 1 in each B-pillar, so it's looking basically with, you know, 8 eyes.
Wow.
And then just interpreting the world, depicting like cones. Like you'll see it gets a lot crazier because we're about to switch to the beta. There it is. So this is the full city version. And it starts to show a lot more information. We actually,
There's a car in front of you and everything.
I did see we had some construction up here, so I'll be curious to see how it handles this. Disengaging is just like cruise control. Tap the brake, grab the wheel. It's very quick. Yeah, this is a really weird scenario because of this construction. It's like, uh-oh, it's wanting to change lanes now. I'm probably gonna have to take over here just because this is, oh, I'm gonna have to turn right, yeah, so I'm gonna take over real quick. Construction is an edge case that's gonna need to be worked on in time.
Right.
It's good at changing lanes to avoid like cones, you know, that are kind of impeding into your lane, but you know, navigating detours is a whole new...
What if there's an obstruction in the road? It'll catch that too?
Depends on how big it is what I've noticed. If it's something small enough that it sits by the fender, it'll right into it. You know, you just got to be able to pay attention.
Right.
But if it's large enough, it'll slam on the brakes pretty hard. Because it depicts people, even dogs and such. It absolutely will not hit a person. But like random objects in the road, like you stumble across like a ladder laying in the road or something, you gotta be ready to take over. It's not ready for that yet. Yeah, so here it's like that blue line is basically the brain of the car, like where it's planning to go. So you can kind of see where it's tracking to move.
So it comes with that pad?
Yep, this is how it's built. This is the Tesla's operating system. It's like all the basic controls for the vehicle are right here versus being on a bunch of buttons and such. All right, let's see. Here we go, left turn.
That's cool. It's different. I've never been in one before. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it is quite strange. Functionally, like driving it feels very similar to driving anything else except with a lot more power and, you know, no noise. And of course, when you take your foot off the throttle, the regen is what slows you down. Like I'm over 120,000 miles on this car and my brakes are still original.
Really?
Because most of the braking is done with the electric motors.
So when I had my car, it was a little Kia Forte. Anyways, it got it, and I'd smoke a lot of cars.
Look at those sensors, that's crazy.
Yeah, and anyway, so I had one at the light with me, and right when the light turned green, I just touched my gas and the car was already gone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
You were next to a Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantaneous power.
Yeah, it's just like gone. I didn't even get to like floor it yet.
It's not even really fair.
No.
No.
Electric torque is just so immediate that the second I get my foot, it's just
There.
yeah. There's no delay.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the RC
RC car world.
Yeah,
I went
it's
from-
similar.
yeah.
Exactly. This is basically just a really big RC car.
Yeah, a big old RC engine in it, yeah.
Yeah, right below you, there's a permanent magnet motor that's doing all of this. Just one motor in this one. And the dual motors are even faster.
Oh, wow.
Pull ahead here a little bit. Feel it when we get on the highway.
It's so weird because you don't even hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really pay attention, you can kind of hear like a high-pitched whine.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like Iron Man's glove when he goes to shoot it. Yeah. That's what I always picture.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like this is the single motor rear-wheel drive, so this is slow in the Tesla world.
Okay.
Yeah, the dual motors, like all the long-range performance cars, make this feel like it's not moving. It's insane how fast they are.
Dang. Not gonna lie, we were a little excited when we saw the Tesla coming.
Woohoo! It's one of the reasons I love doing this. Get to geek out with people.
Right.
Show how fun these things are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once again on the highway, I can show you the self-driving. This crazy thing you're seeing here.
Self-driving?
So I'm a full self-driving beta tester. If I tap this, now it is autonomous. It will do everything.
What?
So that's why you're seeing so much more information on this screen.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Yeah,
I've
because
seen
like
the screen
you'll
and
when we
stuff.
get to the highway, you'll see the standard display that's in, you know, the typical Tesla. It's not quite as information heavy, but yeah, it should handle this turn just fine. So this is all the car. I'm not on the throttle. I'm not on the wheel.
That's nuts.
This is all the Tesla, and it should choose the wider lane. Beautiful. Oh, I guess it wouldn't matter. This is all merge, which is perfect. And then it'll take us onto the highway. It's a little bit hyper safe, so it will take this slower than you normally would. And then here, I'll take over so we can have fun.
Yeah.
And just go. The gas savings alone basically pays for both of our Teslas. Because like our combined car payments for both cars about $1,200 for like that's both.
That's
like
not
it's about
bad.
$600 each. And my gas savings compared to the Kia that I drove first for Uber, it's about $3,000 in savings a month.
Yeah.
At current prices. So, okay, that's both Teslas, all of our charging, and my full self-driving paid for by gas savings.
Yep.
And that also, so I don't have an engine or transmission, so no oil changes, no flushes, no gaskets and fluids and belts and yeah, tires and brakes. And the funny thing with the brakes, the electric motor does most of the stopping. So my brakes at 120,000 miles are still brand new.
Yep.
Well, not quite brand new, but close,
yeah,
like 6 to 7 millimeters.
Their life are still.
I probably won't have to change them until 160, 170,000 miles, maybe 200,000 miles.
The tires on these things are expensive. Though.
They can be. I'm actually running a bit of a test here. So I'm on Korean tires made by Roadhugger. They're called GTP ASO2s. Full set, $600.
Wow.
With the proper load weighting for the Tesla and everything. And they're really, I don't really hear them like I thought I would. They're pretty quiet.
It's that wheel thingy that you keep going like this.
So that's the speed. I'm just kind of ticking it up because since I basically work out of San Diego mostly with like the beta and stuff. I'm not as familiar with these roads, so I have it kind of set to match the speed limit, and then I just tick it up to flow with traffic. Because it's basically my cruise control speed setting, that like the max there.
Cruise control.
And
I was like, well, you don't pedal?
yeah, this other one is no, yeah, I got a pedal and a brake pedal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can feel it when I give it a little bit. But now this is just for this setting there.
Because he's not driving you.
Yeah, we're still in autonomous mode. You can tell with the blue wheel and blue line, if I take over, that'll gray out. That's how you can tell I'm driving. It's handling these roads really well because they're lit up well, they're wide, they have good lane markings and such. It's not bad. It was struggling in Eugene. That's where I'm actually at for like 3 weeks. So I'm dipping down into Redding to make some cash with Uber and Lyft because I can't do this in Oregon. I can work in all of California because that's where I live and register the car, but I'd have to get like everything redone to Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no like interstate. Like if I was taking you to Oregon, that would work. But
okay.
I couldn't start working there. Like once I dropped you off, it would be like, all right.
You're done working, back to California.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't wait for next year to be able to be in a Tesla about the size of that thing. The Cybertruck.
Oh, truck? What?
Full-size pickup truck.
Diesel truck with the chip in it? Oh,
Yeah, that's what it looks like. This little one on the dashboard.
See on the dashboard?
That's my little
That's
remote
gonna be
control version.
Of a
But that's
truck?
what it's going to look like. Yeah, that's the
What?
Cybertruck.
That's crazy.
It's a 6.5-foot bed, 6-seater crew cab,
What?
4-wheel steering as well, like a tractor. All 4 wheels can move.
wow.
It can park.
It'll be able to turn like a little Honda Civic,
Yeah.
even though it'll be a full-size truck. And that'll actually make like pulling stuff way easier, because having 4-wheel steering with a trailer, oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Right?
I didn't think about the pulling of.
Yeah, the aspect's gonna be way better.
Yeah, because you'll be able to really control where you put that trailer versus, you know, how we standardly back one up. Yeah, I'm really excited to see that thing hit the roads. Right now, the only electric truck out is Rivian's R1T, which is a badass truck. It's kind of in between mid-size and full-size, like a maybe a built Tacoma, like a lifted Tacoma or something. And it's fast as hell, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, about 315 miles of range. 4.5 foot bed, but when the bed drops, you can lift up part of it and get like a good 6-7 feet of use.
Nice.
Has like an actuated tonneau cover. I'm so stoked for the trucks to hit the market because I love the utility of a truck, but at these gas prices, oh my god.
Nice looking car, brother.
Appreciate it.
Look, the little handles are weird.
Yeah, that's it's always great when, you know, people's first times getting in and out, because getting out too, it's a button, it's not a handle.
Oh, really?
So it's weird. It's that top button that's kind of glowing.
Now, or we could wait till
Just dive, jump out.
It's doing quite well.
Yeah, it is. It's really killing it in Sacramento today. I'm really impressed.
I'm a big fan of Tesla and not a fan of Google. Their cars, they were shit.
The Waymo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a beta tester for these guys since October, and it's been incredible to watch it improve.
Great. Do they pay you?
No, it's something voluntary. There's like 100,000 of us contributing to the data now.
Really?
Yeah, all over the U.S. and
Tesla
Canada.
lovers. That's nice. I love this screen.
Makes it really hard to get lost.
And this is solid glass all the way back, front to back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice too. I really wanted this car, and then I was so pumped to even be on the list. And the day that I filed, I was like 4 or 5 weeks after they opened up, and I literally was in the mid 200,000s. And then it kept getting put off. I'm like, oh. I know the other thing we're on with Tesla. I'm buying their batteries for solar panels.
Oh, the Powerwalls.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's a good deal. Self-reliant.
Again, middle of nowhere, Nevada. I don't have power, so.
I mean, and there's plenty of sunshine to go around.
360 days a year. The 5 days it's cloudy, I can live through.
Yeah, exactly. Powerwalls will get through that just fine.
Now, do you brake or you do?
No, this is all the car.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Turn signal and everything.
Oh.
Possibly.
It overcompensated there.
A little bit, yeah. It's correcting.
Nice. I like that. This is great.
So this little blue line is basically the brain of the car where it's planning to go. So
you're
it kind of
seeing what
shows.
it's anticipating?
Yeah, it's pretty good at dealing with them now. It used to have a hard time around big vehicles.
Look at that.
There we go. It'll highlight this guy in blue, likely, or maybe not. There it is. It's showing that it sees them to actually yield and wait, and then creeping for visibility. And there we go. And
how does it deal with unhappy New York passenger behind you driving honking? Does it hear the honk?
No, and I enjoy making them, you know, sit there for a microsecond.
See, if you've lived in Miami or anywhere near Florida, you know the New York drivers are.
Oh, yeah.
They honk anticipating a green.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Narrow, interesting bridge here. Little things I've never encountered. We're so close to that wall. I don't like this.
Oh, you're fine. If it wrecks your car, do you get recompensated?
Nope.
You may want to keep your hands on the wheel then.
Oh, I'm close. Yeah, my left hand's hovering over it just in case.
I'm watching.
Oh, this is an interesting little spot.
Yeah, you got to watch people behind you coming.
Yeah.
It may not see that.
This is weird. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna see what it's gonna do.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Okay, you can
are
go.
Are you going?
This should be you.
Oh,
oh
shit.
Yeah, you handle it better.
What?
You handle it better than most people do. Trust me. People that corner all the time.
Dude, that was amazing. Good job, Beta.
I'm not gonna tip you, but I am gonna tip the driver.
There you go. That makes sense.
Sure. I think
Okay,
it's
cool.
Right here, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, stud.
Oh, that was
Quite
fun, guys.
entertaining.
Oh man, my pleasure. So just hold the top button and push the door at the same time.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice.
You guys have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, you too.
My pleasure.